guys, how you doing? jpsarrireviews here, and welcome again to another reaction video. And in today's video, we're going to cover quarter scale pieces. We're going to talk about the newest Terminator statue by Oniri Creations, the new Paul Atreides by Bleasway and Prime One Studio, and also the new Venom premium format by Sideshow Collectibles. So stay tuned. In the next couple of minutes, we're going to cover all of this. I'm going to let you know how I feel about them, the good and the bad. And first, we're going to start with Oniri Creations. That's the reason I'm here at the website. I will have the link in the description for those who are interested. This Terminator statue is going to be limited to 500 pieces worldwide. The price that we have right now is 832.50 euros. So it's going to be around $1,000. And of course, you got to add the shipping cost. This is also available as Spec Fiction. You can go there. And I'm sure that at some point, perhaps at some point, we may see it at Sideshow. Now, in the production of this piece, this is a fully sculpted statue. We have the sculptors Pierre-Marie Albert, Gabriel Lemire. The painter is Kevin Ferrer, my good friend, Dark Spidey Customs. And this is going to release sometime in the third quarter of 2023. All right, guys, now we're looking at the pictures. And I'm telling you, this piece has gotten a lot of criticism. I noticed that. I've seen a few videos, and also I've seen a lot of criticism on the Facebook groups. And it is, in some ways, I would say warranted. I think there are a couple of things here that need improvement. I think the paint up is on point. I love the base representing that police station battle where the T-800 is, chasing Sarah Connor. So I like the concept. It is good. It's just the face. I think the face needs work. And I think part of it also is because we have gotten accustomed in recent years to more lifelike likeness, to the point that it is hard to determine what is real, what is not with a lot of the statues. So when you bring a fully sculpted piece and you try to compare it to the newest things that we're seeing now, the newest techniques and materials, so definitely people feel like, okay, they get in something of a lesser value, a lesser quality. But in some ways, I would say, it's not so much the sculpt. I think it's just the proportions of the head that they are too big, in my opinion, in comparison to the body. It doesn't seem as I remember in the film. So I feel that there's something that they need to really address. They need to change the face, because this is what is killing the whole piece, in my opinion. Besides that, I think everything else seems fine. The pose is fine. Now, this is not the first time we have gotten a quarter scale piece of representing this particular scene. The first one was years ago. We have the Sideshow premium format, which had mixed media. Exclusive version came with a switch out portrait. You compare it now after so many years, it might not look as good, but for the time it was fantastic, and for many years was one of the most sold out pieces, still is in some ways. And I will tell you that this one has a better base than that one. That base was smaller. This is fully sculpted, which in some cases, for some people, that is better. But I will tell you that everything is fine, from different angles. I can tell you that it's not a bad piece. Yes, it's not cheap. It's close to $1,000 for sure. And I know some people may not like that, but to be honest with you, everything that has to do with Terminator has always been expensive. All the collectibles. And of course, if you want something that is more realistic, you got to go for the Prime One Studio Black Label that is coming out sometime this year. It's right on the wait list. It's a half scale. It's a perfect piece for sure. Also seen life-size prop statues that look amazing. Also, you can go with hot toys and innervate. The body is perfect. It's just the portrait. And it's closer to the governor. It's closer to Arnold Schwarzenegger, but in some way, it's like, it feels like cartoony. It feels cartoony, and for some reason. And I don't know, it's just the proportions are off. There is potential in this piece if they come back at it and they fix some of the things. The paint job is amazing. Kevin did an amazing job, I'm telling you. The sad part, of course, is the portrait, but also the fact that they're not switch out parts. It would have been nice to have different poses with the arms, with the weapons. That would have been nice. And to be honest, if you are always concerned about how you spend your money, might as well just spend the money on something that you really love. And if you're not really 100% into this piece, you're not really liking the whole portrait or the depiction, then definitely go for something else. I'm sure that at some point we'll see something else. But it's not a bad piece. It's not. It's just not perfect. All right, guys, now we're moving on to Prime One Studio. And in this collaboration for Paul Atreides, the Stillsuit bonus version, also with Bleasway, this is a movie that I didn't get the chance to review. And I kind of feel ashamed because I love the film. I really enjoyed that film. And maybe at some point I'll review it whenever I get a chance. But I'm liking what they're doing here. The price for this one is $899. This is a quarter scale piece. To be honest with you, the likeness with the actor is there. And I really love the detail in this piece. In that end, I will tell you, Prime One Studio, it's amazing. They know how to bring that quality feel into the pieces they produce. I really like it. And of course, K.A. Kim, the sculptor from Bleasway, She has done a terrific job in the portrait. It looks really, really good. I think it even looks better than the actor, to be honest. It's not, I will tell you that it's not 100% accurate with the actor. It looks, you know, if you have seen the actor, he's very skinny. So this one is a bit close, maybe 98, 99% close to it. But I think it's a great depiction of the character, which in my opinion, that's in the end what they're trying to achieve here. But love the detail, the texture on that. I think it's, I'm not sure if it's fully sculpted, and there are probably some parts that are mixed media, but it is really good. Now, this is the Freeman spring gun. This is the bonus part. It also has a foldable stock, which is kind of cool. And here you can see, yeah, you can see with the hand, it has the extra hand with the finger on the trigger, all of that. It's just, it's really good. I really like that. And here you can see, when you look at the pieces, man, the detail, the texture, this is the part where Prime 1 Studio really shines. And I like the base because it's a simple base. It has the Dune logo in front. It's a very classy base. I think the whole thing here, when I saw it the first time, I thought this would be part of the black label, so it would be a half scale piece. But then, of course, I saw that it was a quarter scale. I think it is good. I really enjoy the film. I want to see other characters from the film here in this collection. Here you can see the Chris knife and combat knife, the filled plug for the air and the fabric mask. All of that is really cool. The eyes, man, are so realistic. I don't know if you can move those eyes, something that normally you do with Blissway products. But it's really cool. You see the dimensions 53 centimeters, which has some height. And of course, you got the depth. And I think it's a perfect piece overall. I have nothing really to complain. Of course, the likeness would be, it's off just by a little bit, not by much. But you can definitely tell that this is representing the actor and the character in the film. Looks really good. To be honest with you, this is a very impressive piece. Even in its simplicity, I think it's a very nice piece. And this is the part where I can say, when I'm comparing this with Oniri, this is fully sculpted, as you can see with the hair, but you can see the detail. The detail is there in comparison to the Terminator. This is the reason why a lot of collectors are very picky about what they choose nowadays, because we're getting to see this more realistic portraits than ever before. So the quality is up there. Again, this is not 100% likeness, but this is a 98% likeness. And to be honest, in the end, that's what you want. You want to be as close as possible. And I think on that, you know, now not trying to throw dirt at Oniri, but they need to work on that piece, because this is an example, clear example how you do it. This is a great piece, and I think this collection is going to grow. And Kay Kim did a fantastic job once again as a sculptor. She's phenomenal, and it's amazing what they're doing here. All right, guys, now we're moving on to Sideshow Collectibles, so we can talk about the new Venom premium format figure. And the price for this one is $650. There's no edition size yet. This is going to release sometime between September and November of this year. Now, the people involved in the production of this piece, we have the great Martin Canale as the sculptor. He's also a designer. Also involved in the design, we have Matt Mullen, Richard Long, and the Sideshow 6-scale design and development team. I never heard of this team until now. Now, on the paint, we have Steve Riojas, Anthony Mestes, and the Sideshow design and development team is involved in the whole process. All right, guys, now we're looking at the pictures, and I'm telling you, this is a really good, really excellent depiction of Venom. When I saw it at the most recent showcase or the most recent event from Sideshow, I wasn't totally impressed by it. I was more impressed with Carnage. But now that I can get to see the pictures even more, I can really feel it. I can really see it. I can see that they have done a really good job. This is going to be a great companion with Carnage. Together, they're going to do really, really good in any collection. I think I prefer this than the previous premium formats that were produced by the company a few years back. I think these are better, in my opinion. And when I think about the first Venom produced by Sideshow, of course, you gotta go back to the comic kit that was also sculpted by Martin Canale. Phenomenal piece that up to this day is a classic, in my opinion. Of course, based on the art of Ariel Olivetti. So to me, those are, you know, things that I remember, and every time you have to go back to those pieces, they're fantastic. That's a standard, in my opinion. And of course, we have seen phenomenal Venoms over the years. Prime 1 Studio has done amazing. XM Studios. Sideshow also has done, you know, different dioramas, things here and there. And we have the most recent PCS Collectibles, which at 1/3 scale that looks amazing too. So there are options out there. It's not like we are lacking on Venoms. There's plenty of Venoms out there to choose from in all different scales. But to be honest with you, this can compete with them, in my opinion. I love the tendrils. I love that part of the design. I think it makes it more organic. It feels more more Venom, in my opinion, more comic book accurate. But one thing I can tell you, I feel that in some ways this piece, and I love the price, I think it's perfect. It combines the best, I would say, of XM Studios, the depiction of XM and also the depiction from Prime 1 Studio, it combines the best of those two pieces and brings this in. So this is like a hybrid between those two with a much better price. So this is the part where you always have to keep in mind with Sideshow, that sometimes people can hate on Sideshow because we don't get to see as many reveals, but what they produce, what they bring to the table is always excellent. You know, whatever they bring, minor some things here that we can nitpick here and there. For the most part, every piece that they bring to the table is of great quality, and he just hits it on the right notes. And one of them, of course, the price, the design, the whole concept. Of course, you know, some people are going to complain about this or that or this other piece that they might not like this depiction. But to be honest with you, this is a perfect depiction of the character. Really love it. Of course, he's holding that mask of Spider-Man. I like that. That's a nice touch. And to be honest, it doesn't need any type of switch up parts or anything. It's just perfect as it is. It is tall. Of course, he has that 90s look with a very small portrait, a small face and head, you know, comparison to the body. And some people may not like that. But to me, that was a big part of the, I would say, not at the introduction of the character, but in the later part when you have artists like Mark Bagley and so on and so on. You saw that the portrait changed and there was some different aesthetics added to the character. So I feel that that is what is here. I love the paint job here. I love the blue, the black, all of that, the shading. I think really adds more to the detail because there's a lot of detail in the sculpt. The base is simple, but it tells a story with all that goo, all of that. I like that. It's a really nice piece. Oscorp Industries right there. So there's detail. This is a really nice piece. I think the price is perfect. Look at the teeth. Look at the fangs. It's really good. And here is right next to the other pieces. Of course, they're combining the newest black suit Spider-Man from Guillermo Barbiero, which in my opinion is a phenomenal piece. It's really good. And that Carnage, that looks amazing. I think they did a good job here. I'm telling you, they did an excellent job in this piece. It's amazing what Sideshow is doing. You know, yes, you know, I can be critical, and I am critical of Sideshow every time they do something wrong, but also I praise them when they do something right. And I think this is the right thing that they're doing. Of course, some people will say, well, this is another Venom. How many Venoms can they produce? At the same time, let's keep in mind that in order to get B and C listers, you gotta sell the A listers. And this hobby is always growing. There's always people coming. And of course, they always concentrate on the main characters first. So you gotta give them that. But yes, I do agree, and to a certain extent, that we would like to see newer characters, newer villains, newer stuff, not just the same characters. Then of course, you know, the art is better, it's improved. I like what they're doing, but we would like to see something that is fresh, you know, something that is totally out of the left field. And I think that's what everybody wants in the end. Well, my friends, what do you think about the pieces that we covered today? Why do you think about Venom? What do you think about Atreides? What do you think about Terminator? What do you think about these companies and what they're doing? Do you agree with my opinion? Disagree? Let me know in the comments below. So once again, my friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button so you're reminded of the next video. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. The links are down below. And please consider supporting the channel financially through Patreon. My friends, God bless you. Take care. I will talk to you again. Bye-bye.